And if you haven't seen them, definitely do. They are pretty amazing. The Globetrotters have obviously made a name for themselves, and ahead of their tour in Denver, we want to introduce you to Zeus, who has a message of mental strength for the young athletes out there.
Zeus, I am so excited to have you on the show. I'm a huge Globetrotters fan. I remember going all the time as a kid. So thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, no problem. Thanks for having me, Danny. I'm actually a huge fan too, but in the literal sense. I'm just big.
Perfect. Good. Well, hey, I love that your name is Zeus because it's super appropriate because not only, of course, are you strong, but you're also strong mentally, which is so awesome. So I would love for you to tell us your story of perseverance through basketball and how you ended up on the Globetrotters.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I actually wasn't very good at basketball growing up. I didn't make my first team until the 11th grade. So I got cut from 6th grade all the way to 10th grade. And then the summer of 10th grade, miracle happened. I grew 5 inches over the summer. I was finally tall enough to play, but a lot of my teammates said I was too nice and I smiled too much. So it turns out there's a team that pays you to be a nice guy, and it was the Harlem Globetrotters. So it worked out for me in the end.
I love that. That's so awesome. I was also a basketball player and I was not very good either. So that makes me feel a lot better about being the nice one on the team too. So You guys actually just had a big game too on February 22nd, honoring a very special Globetrotters legend. Tell us about that.
Look, anywhere you go, if you mention the Harlem Globetrotters, there's 2 names that will pop up: Meadowlark Lemon and Curly Neal. Well, this year is our 2022 Spread Game World Tour, and Curly Neal actually played for the team for 22 seasons, and he wore number 22. Now, last year he passed away during COVID, so we weren't able to honor him how we really wanted to. So this year, every single game we're dedicating to him, and we're going to put a nice little special jersey on the middle, in the center court, and just highlight him and play a cool poem about Curly. It's really special, and it brings back that nostalgia when people went to those games with Curly.
That is amazing. Yeah, that's fantastic. I definitely remember Curly playing, and it is so awesome to have him honored. So you also hold a pretty famous world record. We have to talk about this because this is so cool.
Yes, so I'm now a 5-time Guinness World Record holder. We actually attempted 22 world records this year in honor of Curly Neal. 2 of the ones that I broke that I'm most proud of are the most blindfolded slam dunks in 1 minute. I made 18 blindfolded slam dunks, and the most consecutive alley-oops. I made 24 alley-oops in 1 minute, so that was pretty cool too.
That's amazing. Okay, that's incredible because most people can't do one of those one time. So yeah, to have it that many times in a row, that's so insane. Okay, so what's the best part for you about being on the Globetrotters?
I think it's just being on the team that's been around for the last 95 years and people sharing those stories with me. It's like I'll walk into a room and as soon as they see this Harlem Globetrotter emblem, even though they don't know who I am, it takes them back to a happier time in their life when they went to a game with their parents or with their grandparents. And without even knowing me, they just embrace me into their family and friends. And I think that's amazing, the power that this brand has. That's the coolest part.
Totally. I mean, like we said at the beginning, the Globetrotters for me just reminds me of my childhood and being at the games with my family and with my parents. It's just so special. So I can only imagine how that is for you guys too. Let's talk about the younger ballers in our audience right now. What advice do you have for young athletes that may be feeling like things aren't going their way? Just like, maybe like you were feeling when you were younger. What do you tell them?
Well, when I was younger, something that set me apart from the rest of the guys on the team is I was coachable and I listened to the coach. I would play minutes, Danny, over people who were probably better basketball players than me. But because I listened to the coach's plan and their philosophy, they would put me out there ahead of the other guys. And I got opportunities that they didn't. So, I tell kids, just be coachable, not just in sports. So be coachable in life, right? Like listen to your parents, listen to your teachers, adults, listen to your bosses. Like anybody who wants to give you any kind of advice, they obviously care about you and it's free for you to listen, so you might as well hear them out.
That's really, really great advice. And I think, like you said, anybody can take that advice, whether they're kiddos or adults. Okay, so here's my big question for you. And this is one that I'm really curious about. So you said at the beginning, you're also a fan as well. When you're in the stands and you're watching a game, what's your favorite in the fan snack? I mean, some people love popcorn. Some people love, I'm a big cotton candy gal. What do you get when you're at the games?
Pretzels and cheese every single time. Every single time. And not even if I'm not playing, like if I am playing in the game, I will go in the stands and eat your pretzels because I get hungry during the game.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, Zeus, we are so excited to be able to chat with you. We're so excited to be able to see you here in Denver, too. And hey, fans at home and fans going to the game, make sure you go ahead and protect your pretzels and cheese, because you never know when Zeus is going to come snack on them, right?
Watch out. Watch out. I'm coming.
Thank you, Zeus. You're awesome.
Thanks, Annie. See you guys at the game.
Now is your chance to score a free pair of tickets to see Zeus and his team in action. Email the word DUNK to mycoco@9news.com for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Globetrotters at Ball Arena on March the 12th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This segment was furnished by the Harlem Globetrotters.